Okay, here's a guide on how not to get scammed when you're selling an account online. First off, don't go to sites like RealPoor or BuySellMMO.com. They are filled with scammers and just people that have no good intentions for what you're trying to do. Sites I would recommend: TuneStorm.com or MarqueeDragon.com, or maybe even Craigslist or eBay. They're all really good sites to put an ad up for the account you're trying to sell. Um, for when you're dealing online, um, you don't want to deal with people that don't see don't really seem like they know what they're doing, because like I get messages all the time saying, "Oh man, I just got scammed, blah 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 blah," and I ask them how, and they're all like, "Oh well," they're all like, "Oh, I'll send the money first and everything and all that stuff, blah 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 blah," but they had no rep and all this shenanigans. Well, best way to go about it is to deal with people who are Trust2 verified or ID verified. You know, people that have taken the time and paid a little bit of extra money to get that little sign, that little piece of paper saying that they're legit and that they are who they say they are. And if anything goes wrong, you've always got that kind of information to get back at them. You know. Um, First off, if you do get scammed, the only thing you can do is call the customer service of whatever game that you got scammed in and explain to them what happened. Don't ever say you're trying to sell an account. Ever. They won't help you because it is against terms of service. It's against the EULA. Um, you know, so don't ever say that you're trying to sell an account. Um, Always say like, "Oh, I was just minding my own business and I got this email from Blizzard," or something like that. Just like kind of feed them not a completely fake story, but kind of just misdirect the fact that you're trying to sell your account. Um, when you are selling an account, best way to find out how much your account is worth, try and message someone who's got a lot of experience selling stuff. Like Trust2 verified members with a lot of rep on Marquee Dragon. They always give you quotes. Like even if you're not trying to look to sell it to them, you pretty much just fill out their little information post that they want you to fill out, and you send it to them over AIM or MSN or an email or whatever you got to do. And within about maybe 10 minutes to a day, you'll have your quote. And that's how you usually go about like trying to sell an account. Just get a good quote and then start a new post, or start a thread on the forum. Give it a professional title, like Horde Rogue, or wanting to sell Horde Rogue full T95 5K gear score, blah 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 stuff. Like, just make it look legit. If you want like a detailed guide or a little bit more detailed guide, you can check me out on MMO. I've got a guide up there on how to sell accounts safely. Um, let's see. There's so many guides out there to tell to inform you, not tell you, but educate you in online sales. And pretty much what you want to do is, after you've made your good title and everything, and you've got your post up there making it look good, always include screenshots of the character. Always blotch out character names in Microsoft Paint or Photoshop, whatever you got to do, because Blizzard checks forums. They always check forums, and if you put armory links and pictures of characters in there with a name on them, sometimes Blizzard will just be like, "Oh, this guy's trying to sell his account, blah 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 blah," bam, ban. That's all. So what you should look for when you're selling is look for someone with a decent amount of rep, someone who's been with the site for a while. Post count's always pretty good, but with selling sites, like, post count shouldn't really matter because yeah, like really, if you're trying to buy and sell stuff the first time and you're a really reputable guy, chances are you're not going to have a lot of post counts. But you get rep by selling with Trust2 verified or buying from Trust2 verified with Marquee and Toonstorm. Pretty much you just put in all your character info, like what is it wearing, what kind of mounts and titles, and how much gold, its class, its skills, all that kind of stuff, and then they'll send you a quote in an email. Um, when you're trying to buy something online, um, always buy from someone who isn't like who has rep, because you don't want to buy from Joe Schmo with no rep, because what he's gonna do is as soon as you send him the money, he's gonna keep the account. That's how these things go, and it's really shitty, but that's how you get it done. Um, well, that's all I can really say is just be safe, know what you're doing, have a little bit of common sense. It really helps, you know. Do Google searches on who you're dealing with, like AIM names, MSN names. Always do a Google search, see if anybody else has had bad experiences with these people, or see if they've had good experiences. As for marquee users, always check their feedback threads, and always check their transaction posts, because it'll say like they have to comment on the sale, and usually if someone's misled you or kind of screwed you over in a deal, they will post about it and they will tell you. So that's just like the best way to do it is find someone who's trustworthy, hence trust who verified. At Toonstorm, they're legit. They're not going to screw you over, but they will lowball you. Like, you're not going to get the price that you're wanting for your account unless it's an amazing account and you talk to an agent for a good hour or so about why you think your account is worth so much money, and then you got a slim chance of getting it. But I mean, I've seen people do it all the time. There was this one guy who had a really nice rogue, sold it on Tombstone for like $2,000. It had like Warglaves of Azzinoth and like Spectral Tiger, just a bunch of cool titles and stuff like that. And he got a lot of money out of it because he took the time to talk to the agent and explain why his account was worth so much. So this is XCat's guide to how not to get scammed online. Enjoy.